Tonight, the high-stakes showdown here in Philadelphia between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. Their first face-to-face meeting in this presidential election, their first face-to-face meeting ever. The candidates will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak. No pre-comments allowed. There is no audience here tonight in this hall at the National Cumstitution Center. This is an intimate setting for two candidates who have never met. Mr. President, I do want to drill down on something, and let's drill down on coming into this country.
I have been a leader on fertilization.
He's trying to, again, distract from the reality, which is it is very well known that Donald Trump is weak down there. It is well known he exchanged love letters with Kim Jong-un, and he refused to do it. This is the same individual who spread openly. And I think the American people want better than that.
I've been a leader on it. They know that, and everybody else knows it. Let me just tell you about world leaders. Viktor Orban, one of the most respected men, they call him a strong man. They said, why is the whole world blowing to Trump? Why is it blowing up? I know the leaders very well. They're coming to me. They call me much more liberal than people would have thought. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We did things that nobody thought possible, and they came in behind. And just to finish, they blew it. It was good. We were getting out. We would have been out faster than them. But look at the inflation, bigger than New York State pouring in, and yet I had no inflation.
Vice President Harris, I do want to ask for your response, and you heard what the president said there. I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though.
I will tell you the one thing you will not hear him talk about. You will not hear him talk about your needs and your desires. And I pledge to you that I will stem the flow of coming into the United States.
What she says is an absolute lie.
President Trump, your running mate, J.D. Vance, has said that you would veto it if it did come to your desk.
Well, I don't mind if he comes. Look, we don't have to discuss it because she'd never be able to get it. She won't even come.
I actually have the endorsement of Bush and Dick because you adore strong men instead of caring about my position when coming. And that is very much what is at stake here. And understand, this comes at a time where the people of our country actually need a leader who engages in the course consistently.
Mr. President, for 3.5 years after you lost it, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you came many times. You have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost it?
Look, there's so much proof. All you have to do is look at it. I got it standing. And I'd love to have you'll do a special on it. I'll show you Georgia, and I'll show you Wisconsin, and I'll show you Pennsylvania, and and it's going to be bigger, better, and stronger. The biggest pipeline anywhere in the world going to Germany and all over Europe. And I just ask one question. Why does Biden go in and come out? You have to do this, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
I do want to ask the Vice President, do you believe you bear any responsibility in the way that withdrawal played out?
Well, I will tell you, I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of the thing. 4 presidents said they would, and Joe Biden did.
This weak, pathetic man that you saw at a debate just a few months ago is allowing millions of people to come into our country, people from countries all over the world, not just South America, Arabs, Jewish people, Israel, Iran, with Ukraine and Russia and Yemen, Mexico, China. They're coming in from all over the world, David, all over the world.
But let me just ask you.
You might ask her that question.
You were the president. You were watching it unfold on television. It's a very simple question as we move forward toward another election. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
I said, I think it's going to be big. I went to Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C., and the mayor put it back in the whole. I said, you know, this is going to be a very big inflation, or whatever you want to call it. They rejected me. Nancy Pelosi rejected me. It was just 2 weeks ago. Her daughter has a tape of her saying she is fully responsible for what happened. They want to get rid of that tape.
The question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi, but I do want Vice President Harris to respond here.
What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's short stick would actually explode.
That's an incorrect statement. She knows that.
You initially had said that it was too short, and you said, quote, you've changed your position so many times. But then there is no water.
I had beautiful equipment. Do I save it and make it as hard as it can be, or do I let it rot? And I saved it. I did the right thing. I got involved. Create the baby. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. The governor of Virginia said we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
President Trump.
All the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it and you won't do it. You can't beat your meat.
And that is our ABC News presidential debate from here in Philadelphia at the National Cumstitution Center. I'm Lindsay Davis.
And I'm David Muir. Thank you for watching here in the U.S. and all over the world, and from all of us here at ABC News. Good night.